Hi everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to the Messy Desk. Today I am going to start on my cover for my May Challenge journal. So it is going to be a stacked cover. I need 4 or more panels. And I'm going to make my panels out of cereal boxes. It is sturdy yet thin, so you're not going to get a huge, if you're worried about bulk from your panels, this is my recommendation. However, in the last time that we made the cover, I showed you several other ideas to bring in to make covers. So you can use, if you like, you can use book covers, you can use other heavy-duty flat things, okay? So book covers, I had some address covers that had the spiral things in them. So I have picked out several fabrics, including a shirt that it is really cool. It's got look at the pocket, and the collar has these pearls sewn on it. So yeah, I think that'll be fun. I have lace doily. I'm just gonna kind of put these all around me over here so that they are easy to get to and I don't kind of forget what I've got. I have these couple of pieces of fabric. I have this beautiful piece. I think this was from Sarah. This is a leftover piece from the other one. I'm going to put that with, so this is the one that I made during the VIP for everyone that finished their March journal. And I have not put the pieces in it yet. I actually might use some of these pieces in this journal because I am using the Mama's Rose Garden for my journal this month. And so you might see some of these things show up here. Okay, so yeah, so I have all these. This was from Sarah. I think this was in my Sarah box. And then this was from a quilt kit that I have. And this is some wrapping paper that I have that goes really well. So this is the digital, one of the digitals that I'll be using. And so it's called Mama's Rose Garden. It's available in the DearJulieJulie Etsy shop. And remember, all the digitals are on sale in the Etsy shop right now. There's over 150 different digitals, all different themes. If you have a question about a theme and a digital, let me know. So the first thing I want to do, okay, is I am going to come up with my, where do I put this? Okay, we'll put it down here. And we'll put that up there. Okay. Is the size that I want. And I do have a couple pieces of 12 by 12 paper that I can use in this. So I could go, I'm just adding in my head. So if I use 12 by 12 paper, I can go to like 13 inches, which would be 6.5 inches wide. Okay, so for my 2 back panels, I am going to make them 9 by 6.5 inch wide. And that's because since I did the other one, I want to do this one where it's going to be a panel, a little, some pages, a panel, some pages, a panel, and then a lot of pages, okay? I need my cutter. That's what I was looking for. I did not have coffee this morning. Probably should have. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and separate this twice and cut this off. Okay, it just makes it easier for me to start using my cutter. Okay, so I'm gonna need 4 panels total. 4 panels total for this journal this month. And so this is for the May Mishmash Use Up Your Stash Junk Journal Challenge at Dear Julie Julie. So this month we are using everything, anything in our stash. And, oh, I should cut this off also. That just makes it so that I can get it in there. So now I have that first cut right here. That is my straight edge. So I want to start cutting from there. I want to get a right angle. So now I'll have 2 straight cuts and I'll have a right angle. Now I'll start my measuring. Okay, so for this one, I'll go ahead and pull this out. I want my back panel to be 9 inches. Okay, do I want to go a little bigger? Because I could go a little bit bigger because I'm using 12 by 12 paper. So if I went 9.5, yeah, I think we'll go 9.5. Okay. 9.5. So that gives me my third cut. That gives me my height. And then I'm going to come and I'm going to go cut this one at 6.5. 6.5. Okay, so my videos for this challenge are just suggestion. And that is, we have a lot of new people, and so giving them something to make to start with, let's move that over. Gotta hold this. That gives them something to start with, especially their first challenge. That's why I do the videos, okay? So nothing in this time is a specific. You're making your own elements. You're picking out what you want to make. So, okay. Okay, so we're just getting our straight edge here. So just getting our straight edge. We're not measuring yet. We don't measure till the third cut, okay? So there's my second cut. So I have my right angle. Now I'm going to measure. This one's going to be 9.5. Okay. And this one is going to be 6.5. Now remember, I'm going to be using some 12 by 12 papers in here that will help me get pages that are that big. I also can put some pages together to get pages that big, but that gives me the back 2 panels that are going to make the journal part this time. Okay, so this is an option. Now you can make it just like I made this one, like I showed. Okay, so you can make it where you have 1, 2, 3, and then add a 4th panel, and you just have, what we figured out was to get 60 pages, you just need 5 pages folded, 5 pages folded. That'll give you your 60 pages. Okay, so now we're going to do the cutting part of this again, and I need 2 more. Okay, so I'm going to come to, apparently I didn't cut this or rip this one yet, so let's go ahead and rip the cereal box. We'll cut the edges off, and you could use the edges for other things, other embellishments and things. I'm just cutting it down so I can fit it in my cutter. Okay. So these panels, I'm going to want to make a little bit, each of them a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller, because what I want to do on the cover is pretty big. So, so by figuring out the main piece first, you know, and this is something that you could have your you could have your cardboard already ready. But want to show you the whole thing, how I take a cereal box and turn it into a journal. And I think it's going to be pretty. I like that I have the VIP one that's really pretty, and then I have the one for my butterfly journal, which is a little more rustic. Okay, so I've got my one edge. Now I need to get my other straight edge, my right angle. Okay, my straight edge, my right angle, and now I'm going to measure. So we're going to go 6.5 inches on the short side. And we're going to go 9.5 inches on, the long side. Okay, so then I'm going to cut these down. Okay, from there. Because that's not what I want. But that'll be ready for me to cut down. Sorry about that. Get you all confused. Okay, getting my right angle. So cut the long one. Cut the short side. And yeah, I'm going to cut it so that it's all, I'm going to do the 6.5 and the 9.5. And that way all my sides are straight and I don't have to try and figure out which one was my right angle. Okay, so I actually have 4 of them that are the same size at this time, right? I've got my 2 for the back, and I've got these 2. So, figuring that I want to lay my journal and have a little bit of a layering effect, okay? So if that would be about, let's see, that's about 5/8. If we do cut off 5/8 of an inch off both sides, okay? And so 9.5, go to 9, and then go down One more. Yeah. Okay. So I'm cutting at 8 7/8. No. Yeah. Sorry. 8 7/8. Make sure we go all the way through. And then we're going to come this way and we're going to cut at 5 7/8. So 8 7/8 and then 5 7/8. And that's going to give us our piece that's going to fit on here. Okay. So it's going to fit like this. Okay. And then our next one, we're going to want it to be smaller, but this time I don't want, I'm going to cut it like, okay, so I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to mark it. Okay, so let's get that cut. I'm going to cut that piece. And I'm at 5 and 1, 2, 3. Oh, 5.5. I'm at 5.5. Okay, so I'm at 5.5. And I'm going to come down here and mark this. And I'll give you a measurement, okay? So let's cut this one right at 8 inches. So 5.5 and 8 on this one. Now remember, my back page is bigger. So let's grab a piece of, let's grab this, okay? So 9.5 by 6.5, 9.5 by 6.5. Okay. Put it in and measure it. Eight 7/8 by 5 7/8. And then 8 by 5.5. Okay, 9.5 by 6.5, 9.5 by 6.5, 8 7/8 by 5 7/8, and 8 by 5.5. Okay, and so I'm gonna have to put a pile of pins over here. So this is what I'm gonna get for my. So I'll have this one, and then this one, okay, and then this one. Okay, so that's what I have. And so I'm going to have a panel 1, panel 1, panel 2, panel 3, and panel 4. And now we need to cover these, okay? And you can see I have this one and this one are 2 different sizes, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm first going to cover my back panel. and I was thinking about, I was thinking it might be kind of fun to do this. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, so I know that being that I want to be on, okay, I'm trying to use up, that one's got a lot of glue in it still. It doesn't come out very good, but it's got a lot in it. It's hard to do those little ones. Just saying. Okay, so I'm going to use my XL, and I'm going to put it on here because it is, it works on shiny paper. Now, you could go ahead and sand your shiny paper. That's an option to get things to stick better. I actually love the Tombow glues. So, I normally use the blue one for everything, but I have the XL, and I like to use it on things that are shiny. I want to come all the way up to the edges because I'm going to do this as a panel. I'm not going to go around like we used to when we would do the, oh, should I go with the fluff? The fluff? Or should I save the fluff for, I'm not gonna do the fluff. I'm just gonna go with lining it up on this side. Okay, so I'm gonna line up the line of chenille. Okay, so this will be my back panel. My very back panel is gonna have the chenille. And I'm going to cut it so that it's just a little bit off the edge. Okay, and then here, I don't know how I want to do this yet, so I'm going to go ahead and let it hang off also. Okay, so this is what I've got. Have a little bit of hang here. There's a little bit hanging because I can make it so that the fabric or paper that goes on top here goes all the way to that edge. Okay. So there's my back piece, and I'll add my chenille back to my pile. And so I think I want to add, so this is a piece. Oh, you know what? I wanted to put this with that other one. I forgot. I wanted to put it with the other one just in case. Let's see. So we're going to go with, so I'm going to have, because remember my front panel is bigger than my large panel, so there's going to be fabric coming across here. Okay. And if all else fails and I change my mind, this this can be the very back, okay? Because I'm still in the, I've got an idea, but you know, if it doesn't work, then that will help. Okay, so panel number 1, I'm going to put it up here, and I'm going to come over here. Or actually, that would be panel number 4 as the back. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to move on to panel number, this is panel number 1. And I have this, okay? But I think on the inside, you know, I wanted to use some more of that, there it is, the masterboard, okay? So we have this piece of masterboard, and I think I can use this that actually has the peach on it. So, you know, we've got this out, yep, and it is shiny. So let's go ahead and, that was going to drive me crazy. I don't like things in my space, I guess. I had to get holders up here to hold the glue, because every time the glue fell down, it gave me anxiety. I'm like, I don't need anxiety just from a stupid glue bottle falling over. Yeah, it's kind of one of those chain reaction kind of things, like when you stub your toe and then you hit your head. It's like, yeah, I don't. Okay, so. Okay, the cool thing about you working with the panels is you can put your glue down. Let's get it ready to receive. Okay, make sure we're in the right direction. We're good. So this, we made this masterboard a long time ago. I think this was during the All About the Base challenge. We have had 66 challenges. 66. That's a lot. Okay. On this one, I am going to cut it down because it's paper and I don't want it to fold up. I want it to be right up to the edge. And we can go ahead and sew around this. And that would give it some more texture. Okay, so that's going to be the inside of my front page. So I kind of, when I did this before, I kind of came up with what I want to do as like a template, shall we say. So, yeah. So next I have this fabric. Again, this was from a quilting kit. This might have been for the backing. I don't know. It's got a lot of fabric. And so I'm going to start by ripping. And that did not give me a good rip, so I'm going to come in further. Okay, that's how long. Okay, so there. That'll give me some pieces, okay? That'll give me an edge. Actually, that could be my going that direction. Yes. Okay. Okay, so that's my top. I'm going to go off the edge a little bit. I'm going to come down and go off the edge down here a little bit. Give it a snip and give it a rip. it a snip, give it a rip. Okay, so there. I probably have plenty of fabric to use in my journal for anything else that I need to make as well. I know I need to make an embellish or a page ensemble out of fabric. Okay, so I'm going to want to go ahead. I want a frayed edge on this. This is how I want to do it. You can sew your edges if you want to. And then we're going to have some great messy string from this. Okay. Oops, sorry. So probably should get a little cup and start some messy string. But this is going to be my cover, front cover panel. Okay. So my front cover panel. And then I can lay this out. Front cover panel. Lay this out. Figure out where. Okay, so I'm going to have panel number, the other panel, and then a journal. So I'm going to come and I'm going to cut this down here. I will probably cut it again, but this is just going to make this manageable. Got some more messy string for us. Okay, and that can go with our fabric. Okay. So okay, so that one is going to be able to go on there like that. And that's going to give me my first panel. Now, I need to decide if I want to put, because I was thinking about putting lace. I'm just thinking, do I want to put it under? I have this. Oh, you know what? It might not look too bad. Like that, and it'll be less bulk if I just put that on there. Or do I want to put it? You know what? I want to do that. Okay, let's see what that looks like from the other side. Yeah, I think I want to do that. Okay. So, yeah, so you can see, I'm going to probably do mine pretty shabby. Pretty shabby. With the Mama's Rose Garden. I know there's a couple others that are using Mama's Rose Garden this month. So, it'll be fun to see the difference in our styles using the same digital. I know we have one using the Tea and Roses this month. Okay, so I'm just going to add that, and that way okay, and then this. Okay, I'm going to put glue here. You guys, I made an entire apron. My sewing machine broke, and I had already cut everything out, and I wanted to make this apron several years ago for 4th of July. I made the whole thing using fabric tack, and it has ruffles, and it has ties, all out of fabric. I did the entire thing like the fabric tack was my sewing machine. So I am a believer in the fabric tack. Okay, so that gives me my first panel, and now I know where it ends. Okay, so my other idea was to somehow use this, but if I used it on the front, I was going to have to wrinkle it. Okay, wrinkle it and crinkle it, and then it could get big on the back. Okay, and then I want to use, I cut out one of the pockets from this. Okay, so I cut out one of the pockets, and I thought I could lay that across. So we'll have a pocket, and then do digital down here. Okay, so let me show you what I'm thinking. Okay, so we've got, see how it's going to be bunched here because that one's little, and then but I wanted the red to be behind the lace. Okay, and then this comes over and is on there. And now I don't like it. Okay, so don't like that on that one. I have this other one. This one's more of like a square. Okay, so where's my edge? So it would come onto there. It would go across all the panel and then come to the back. Okay, if I do that, I need to do it this direction because there is a stain on there, so the pocket can cover it. Okay, I like this one. Okay, so I'm going to go with this one. And this side is sticky because it had a piece of tape that was holding the price tag. It's always something. Okay. Okay, you see we do have the chenille so far down over here. Okay. Well, I like this. Okay. Now it's going to come across. It's going to, this is the cover. Okay. I'm going to want to clean this up a little. Yeah, so this is the pocket off the shirt. So your material can be from anything that is fabric. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and I'll start by putting fabric tack across here because this is the part of the front piece. Okay, and then we'll come and we'll put it in some of these other places. Okay, and we'll put it down. Okay, and this with the fabric is going to give you a little more thickness to the journal, to the and strength. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just keep adding along. Yeah, I kind of want it to stick like to the crocheted stuff more so than to just to the fabric. So I'm going to go along, try and find the places where there's more not put any in any of the big holes if I can. Okay, and then we need to put it down because you don't have a lot of playtime with fabric tack. Okay, we'll pull to try and make sure that we're even. Okay, I know several talked about possibly doing like wedding things and stuff with what we did, the stacked top, doing like a little one. Kind of reminded me of the journal that we made that Ruby and Pearl had showed us. And so we made those. We've done those several times. It's one of my favorite. It's my favorite really fast journal, aside from a list journal. I love list journals. They're still my favorite. My favorite gift, because even people that don't journal might want a place to make lists or something to put in their car to have like a little notebook, and it's pretty. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and add glue just to the end. Be able to put that down. Okay. And I don't want anything to stick to this panel yet. Okay, but there's, okay, so there's my cover panel. This is what it's going to look like from this side so far. I added the little lace. I love it. And, okay, so next I want to add the pocket. Okay, actually, just know that I'm going to be putting a pocket on here. Let's go ahead and work on panels. Okay, so my next panel, on the other one, I used the green, and I think that might be a good idea. I just really like the idea of having kind of a template and being able to do the kind of the same thing over and over again. It makes things faster if I have another piece of that green. Let's see what I've got. I used the striped fabric, but we can see if I have what I have here. Okay. Of course, this time we have an extra panel. Okay. I used it. I used it. Okay, well, let's see. Do we like that with our... Oh, you know what? I didn't use the stripe. I used this one. Okay. I did use that one. Okay, we'll use it if it will work. Okay, so what we want is our next panel. Make sure it's the next one. Okay. And what we did was we did a flip up pocket. Okay, so like this, and then a pocket that flips up. Okay. And we actually left the cardboard and put the acetate piece. Okay, I found the acetate piece, and I'm wondering, this is one of my art pieces. If we go ahead and put this on, I like that. Okay, I'm going to go and stitch this to this cardboard, and I'll be right back. Actually, I'll stitch both of these on. Okay. So I'll be right back. So there we go. And I'm gonna cut the strings. I was thinking about hanging something off of the strings, and then I was like, no, just cut them, Julie. Just cut them. So there we go. Okay, so like I did before, I'm gonna do this and do the flip up. And so when I made the other one, it wasn't just an hour. So so that this video can get up, we'll probably just get to do a little bit more, and we'll work on the rest of this cover tomorrow. But we've got the basics of it so that you can go ahead and get yours started. You can start picking out your items, figuring out what page embellishments you want to make out of what things. So I was starting to do that last night, going, okay, well, I can do this, and I can make this out of this. And okay, so I'm going to put this down. I just put it down upside down. It's okay. You got it in time. Bloopers are included because, you know, we don't make mistakes. Make lots of mistakes. I make lots of mistakes. So we'll just share them with you here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and come over here and start what I want to do right there. Go ahead and rip. You should rip it before you put your panel down, because you see what happened? My panel lifted up. So rip it before. Okay, and then we're going to pull this up, and we'll have some of those pretty little roses down here. They're a little different than the other ones. And that's going to give us our next panel. Okay, so I'm going to use my fabric tack to put that down, and I'm going to come so that it's going to be coming up onto the cardboard. And that'll be a nice little pocket. And we've introduced another type of fabric into the journal. I had 170 yards of upholstery fabric to redo my couch. And I was going to do that. My mom and I were going to do that together. And her and my dad had come across a fabric store that was going out of business. And she called and said, you know, they've got fabric here. I know that you've wanted to redo the couch. Should I get it? And so she picked out a bunch of different ones that would go together. And, but we never got to go ahead and do that. She got sick, and so yeah, it's kind of a I mean, it is a bummer. It is a huge bummer. But okay, so I'm using this shirt. And so I'm gonna come down. What do my sleeves look like? I was like, are there pretty things on the sleeves? Nope, just the button. Okay, so sleeve. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the cuff. Okay, so I have that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what, it started ripping over here. I'm just gonna go with the rip that started. Okay. Yeah. There we go, I got a piece. I got a piece. And this is going to be my first hinge. Okay, so my first hinge is going to be from this fabric, unless I find something else. So, yeah, so I'm going to have a hinge there, and then we need another panel. So I am going to cut. So let's see what we see from the front. Okay, I think we're going to turn this way. Okay, so we see that. Okay, so that's what we see from the front. And then I think I want a white panel for my next one. Okay, so the front of this one is going to be this fabric. Okay. So we'll have that. We'll have this. And I'll let this hang down a little bit. Hang over. Okay, so we'll have this as my next panel. And then okay, so I'm going to be putting this on one side, and I'm going to put the wrapping paper that I have for a panel on the other side. Okay, now this is the piece. Actually, this is the piece where I want to put I'm going to put the big piece of lace. Okay, that will I'm just going to lay this on here so that you get an idea, because so you can go ahead and be doing this, or if you want to wait. Okay, we're going to do a lace pocket on this one. Okay, so that is going to be my top 3, and then the bottom one on mine is going to be the same size, but I will have some hang off on that. Okay, I will have some hang off. Now I am going to use, I'm going to check and see if I have pink left, but otherwise I'm going to be doing this, and this is going to go underneath the pocket that I've lost. So this will go down, the pocket is going to go on top of it, and then I'm going to be adding to that. Okay, so that gives you an idea of how I'm doing this. And then I'm going to come up with some kind of little collagey thing on here, and then eventually I'll put something in the pocket, maybe one of the elements or embellishments that I need to make. Maybe I'll make that specifically for the pocket. You know, I have to make something with messy string, and I know I want messy string on the front. So maybe I'll make my messy string thing for here, but I know the pocket is going here, and I'm going to want to check for other ribbons and fabrics that I have. You know, I do have, I want to check other ribbons and fabrics, because I think there might be something that would be spectacular for this. So, okay. So we got our cereal boxes. We cut down our panels. We have the beginnings of our book. Okay. And I like having this that is going, you have a little bit, a piece at least on one side of the other of your panel, so that you're going to be able to put that down, and that will actually hold your journal on. Okay. If you forget, then you can, the hinge is going to do that as well. I like to do the hinge here. It gives you a way to transition these. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have this ribbon that I had left from the gathering that I can use. I wish I had more of this. It had blue on the outside pieces of it, and I used the blue. Oh yeah, this might be my ties. Yeah, I think I can do a tie and still have enough to do a couple things in the journal. So, yeah. Okay, so cutting your panels from your cereal box, kind of getting an idea of what you might want to have on your cover. I added a second piece to give it strength. You could add something on the inside, which actually would be a good idea, because you're going to see it. You know, it's like that might have been a really good idea to add, to have this piece doubled. That would have been a good idea. I still could go back and do that. Or I could just add a piece down here under it. That's probably what I'll do, is piece it. Okay, but if you have enough fabric, and I had plenty, I think I would go ahead and do this doubled, and then you'd have double fabric for the strength. Okay, so I have this. I have the lace that's helping with the stability of the spine. I'm going to be adding hinges, which will help with the stability of the spine. Yet it's still going to be pliable and fun to use. I think really, really cool. So yeah, so there, I'm going to have the green one next, and then the shiny white one. Okay, with the lace pocket, like I did before. You can go back and watch the video, because I still did on my, there's my journal, but I don't see the cover for it. Oh, I found the striped fabric. Of course, I found it after, but that's okay. Yeah, so I will put the link to that, as well as the link to the Amity bloom that inspired this when I did the first one. And so, yeah, so if you're looking for that. So this, I just have to decide, I'm just want to get an idea how big I need for the front 3 panels. And then I'm going to add probably another 2 inches or 1.5 inches before I put this down. Okay. And then I think I probably will have this so that there is a little bit of fluff. Okay. So imagine this is going to be my journal. Okay. And 60-page total, that includes what is inside your flaps. Okay. And it might work. I might be able to do this on the inside. Okay. Might be able to do this on the inside. And yeah, oh my gosh, I think that'll work. I think that'll work. I just need to put something over the edges of the cardboard where the red doesn't show. And this could be my last panel. Because to me, this is all reminiscence of grandma's, you know, the chenille, the lace doilies, the lace, and some shiny stuff. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. I love it. Our Friday freebie is available and in the patreon.com/DearJulieJulie, in the crafty community, and at buymeacoffee.com/DearJulieJulie. Check those out there. Print it and join us tomorrow, Friday, for our Friday Fun Day. And we'll make something out of that. And then I think we'll work on this as well. Don't forget, all the digitals are on sale. The link to the details video for the May challenge is in the description box down below. You watch that, it'll tell you what we're doing. And then you can follow that to the new group and join us over there. Also, I did make a video, a Q&A video, on the 1st, that answered a lot of people's questions, and I went through all of the elements a little further, giving you some ideas of things to do. Also, check out the live video that I did of the jewelry haul that I just had. And these are a couple of the things that were in there. Check out what this is. I mean, it's not just a pen. It's an award, and it's so cool. So, yeah, so check out that live video. I'll put it in the description box down below as well. Okay, so that's what we've got for you today. Thank you so much for being here.